Greetings, Patriots. This is Lesson 9 from our Equations and Inequalities unit. Please take some time to make sure your vocabulary resource is with you. You're going to definitely want to have this available to you. And also make sure that you set yourself up, use your guided notes, set up your notebook so that you're ready to take some great notes. Our learning objective is that we're going to represent inequalities with variables on both sides given a situation, and we're going to compare that to an equation with variables on both sides. Remember, we've been solving equations with variables on both sides. Now we're going to look at what an inequality with variables on both sides looks like. Equation. Again, don't forget to have your symbols out with you. We know that when you see the symbol, it definitely means equal or the same as, right? We know when you see this symbol, we're talking about a less than situation. Here we're talking about a greater than situation or more than, right? All of this is with you. We know that means not equal. Okay? This means less or equal to, right? Or at most, some other words that go with that, or the maximum. This means greater or equal to, or the minimum amount. All of these words are in your vocabulary symbol resource. Here it is. Make sure this is with you. And here's just additional words to help you. Okay, let's look at this first scenario. JamFit is charging a one-time registration fee of $50 plus $3 per fitness class. Fitnasium is charging no registration fee, but charges $8 per fitness class. So for how many fitness classes, so here we go, how many fitness classes does Fitnasium cost the same as JamFit? Okay, so here's that word, same as. Definitely something that we've been working with. I know that means equal. Let's go look at the same scenario on problem 2. So everything about this is the same, except it's wanting to know, okay, for how many classes does Fitnasium cost less than or the same as? So there's my key word, less than or the same as. And I know by looking at my vocabulary that less than or the same is less than or equal to when I think about my inequality symbol. So go on and look at problem 1 and problem 2. So we're going to continue with the same as. So let's go write our Fitnasium. Our Fitnasium charged no registration fee, but they charged $8 per fitness class. So my fitness classes is my variable, 8x, right? JamFit was charging $50, and you can look at the previous or your guided notes, plus $3 per fitness class. So we want to know when the cost will be the same. And this is what we've been working on in class, right? So let's just go and solve this like we normally would, right? I'm going to go ahead and have to preserve my, or make sure that I put my like terms together. So I need to move all my variables over to one side. So I'm going to go ahead and move my 3x over, and that gives me 5x equals 50. Okay? So when I divide by 5 on both sides, I see that x is equal to 10 classes. So at 10 classes, the cost should be the same. Well, what have I always told you? Go back and check. So let me go ahead and substitute. This says 8 times 10 classes is $80. Okay, let's see if that's going to be true for JamFit. 50 plus 3 times 10 classes, well, that's 30 plus 50. That also equals $80. So therefore, my solution of 10 is true. At 10 classes, it doesn't matter if you go to Fitnasium or you go to JamFit. Your cost will be the same. Let's look at problem 2. Once again, Fitnasium is not going to change. They charge $8 per class, but here we want to see when it'll cost less than or equal to JamFit, which is 50 plus 3x. So let's solve it just like we do an equation. Move your variables to one side, and that's going to leave us with 5x less than or equal to 50. If I divide by 5 on both sides, that says that x is going to be less than or equal to 10 classes. So what this is really saying is that when I have less than 10 classes, right, Fitnasium is going to cost less. So what are classes that are less than 10? Well, one class is less than or equal to 10. 2 classes is less than or equal to 10. 9 classes is less than or equal to 10, etc., right? So let's go see if that's going to be true. And let's look at this in comparison to a graph. So same as x equals 10. Well, here's 0. I know 10 classes. I got $80 in both, right? This says that I have to have less than or equal to 10 classes. So when some of the possible solutions, here were 10s, exactly 10, where it's going to be the same cost. Here I have 1 class, 2 classes, 3 classes. All of these are numbers, and I can go on to the number 10. All of these number of classes, right, are less than or equal to 10. Okay, so when I think about what that looks like on a graph, well, if here's 0, I can definitely take 1 class, and that's going to be less than or equal to. It's going to cost less than or equal to JAMFIT. 2 classes, 3 classes. So my solution set, I actually have a variety of solutions, right, for this particular situation, because I'm just wanting to know how many fitness classes will it be cheaper at Fitnasium than it will at GemFit. And according to my solving, I must take less than or equal to 10 classes for it to be cheaper at Fitnasium. Okay, so let's actually test this, right? I want to check that solution. This says x is equal to 10. Here is x is less than or equal to 10, right, for Fitnasium to cost less. I already checked this solution where I multiplied 8 times 10 and got 80. And my expression was 50 plus 3 times x, and 10 classes and 10 classes. I know that's going to equal 80 on both sides. Now let's just check one of our solutions, okay? So if I take 1 class, well, 1 class is less than or equal to 10. Let's see how that looks when I substitute my value. 8 times 1, this is Fitnasium. And here's JAMFit. And this is 50 plus 3 times 1. So 8 times 1 is $8, right? And 50 plus 3 is $53. So with 1 class, is it cheaper at Fitnasium? Does Fitnasium cost? Yes. And I'm going to say yes. All right, let me try 2 classes and see if that sounds correct. 8 times 2, well, I know that's $16. Less than or equal to 50 plus 3 times 2. There you go. That would be $56. So is $16 less than or equal to 56? That would make that inequality true. So it seems like my solution is correct. If I take any classes, right, that less than or equal to 10 classes, it's going to cost less or the same at Fitnasium than it would at JAMFit. And that's how you kind of check to see if that inequality is true. Check some of those possible solutions to determine if it's true. Okay, I want you to try this. So I'm giving you the same scenario, right? Set it up where JAMFit gives you a one-time registration fee of $50 plus $3 per fitness class, and then Fitnasium has no registration fee but charges $8 per fitness class. They want to know for how many fitness classes does Fitnasium cost more than, here's that key word, more than JAMFit, right? So we know our Fitnasium is 8x is greater than 50 plus 3 times x. The solving would be the same. That is not going to change. I divide by 5 on both sides. Now here says my classes have to be greater, right? Greater than 10. So for Fitnasium, right? For how many fitness classes does Fitnasium cost more? At Fitnasium, if we take more than, I'm just going to write this. It says it costs more. That's what the solution says at Fitnasium, right? If you take more than 10 fitness classes, more than 10 classes. That's what this solution says. So I'm going to try, I know 11 is definitely more than 10. So let's see what that would cost me at Fitnasium. Well, 8 times 11, let's see if that's greater than JamFit, and that's 50 plus 3 times 11. 8 times 11 is $88, and 50 plus 3 times 11, that's 33, and that's 50 plus 33 is $83. Well, is 88 greater than 83? I'm going to say yes, that makes that inequality true. So that means if you take 11 classes or 12 classes or 13 classes or 14 classes and so forth, when you take more than 10 classes, it will cost you more at Fitnasium than it will at JamFit. So to graph your solution again, right, these possible solutions, if here's 0 and here's 10, 11, 12, 13, I want more than 10 classes. That's when it's going to cost a lot more at Fitnasium. Hopefully that makes some sense to you. So the solving is exactly the same, but we will have possible solutions that make this inequality true. Okay, so I'm going to give you, in your discussion question, an inequality from a situation, and I just want to see, can you set it up, just like we do an equation, and choose the correct inequality symbol. All right, Patriots, have a wonderful day.